I will show you how we program the user-friendly interface using LibreOffice, and of course you can use OpenOffice or Excel to program this user-friendly interface. First, I unhide the codes from here. We have port D and port B, and they come in 8 pin and 8 pin. However, in the UNO we only have until pin 13. We still have to include the code, even though pin 14 and 15 does not exist. For pin 0 and pin 1, we don't touch it because they are the data line, transmission and the receiver line. We don't touch it. And from pin 2 to 13, column L, all these are 0, no matter what is 0, because this column is actually switching the LED to off state. Column K from pin 2 to pin 13 depend on the user input. If the user input is on, is output or O here, then the LED will be switched on. If it's switched on, you must make sure that this is 1. 1 means on and 0 means off. So it will blink on, off, like this, going in this sequence. For column M, check if the user input I. If the user input I, use pin mode input for that particular pin. What does it mean? Input I means here, to input it as I. So otherwise, check if user input O. If true, use pin mode output, or else leave it blank. We leave it blank when the user does not put input or output, does not specify, and this will ensure that we save memory space by not including additional code that are not used. Column N, concatenate. We concatenate the code from column M so that we can tidy up the code, make it neat. We concatenate it is just to prepare for the next step so that we are able to tidy up the code. And from here, column O, if the pin is set to output, the LED from that pin will be turned on. So if this is output, this will be high. If this is input, this is just nothing. You can see this is input, and of course nothing. But the white space here have no program. We know that analog. We know that AO, A1, A2 are all input. They cannot be output. So actually, we deleted the code here because there are no output for analog pin. The AO, A1 pin. A0, A1 pin. So column P concatenate because we do not want empty line for unused pin in column O, so that it tidy up the codes. And for column Q and R, it's just about finding the position of the pin that we concatenate. So here we have a lines of input, right? Let's see. Column M, we have this pin mode 8 output, pin mode AO input, pin mode A1 input. So we have 3. After concatenating, we want to separate it by detecting the pin, detecting the semicolon, detecting the pin, and detecting the semicolon. After we detect it, the position, like this is position 1, position 2, position 3, something like this. So after it detect the position, we output here. Once we have the position, we'll be able to get the code by using the mid function, MID function, and you get this string will result in this tree here. There are two different kinds of code, the AVR plus Arduino code or Arduino code itself. These two codes are the same, except that this code is more efficient than this code. So I will only explain the Arduino code. For this column T, we put a start and end at every row of column S. You can see we put a start and we put end at every row of column S. Then we will concatenate so that we can prepare to tidy up the code in the next step. Using the end concatenate, after that we'll do the same thing as here. These two are the same, except that they are different purpose. For this one, it is trying to detect the string. All these here are trying to detect the string from here. This is a pretty long string. So it starts to search for a start and search for the end. After that, the output will be here. All these are the output.